Hello everybody, welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus with me, Flik. Another Isaac run, let's do it! This episode is dedicated to Flying Racer. Thank you very much for your support on Patreon last month. Helps a bunch. Our seed today, also another burning basement to start with. BHB4, C79L. Also the dog is now hassling me, so you might hear her kind of whining for my attention in the background. Maybe a good excuse to tell Sora related stories. But first I kind of want to see what's in our first item room to know whether or not I'm going to have to focus on the run or not. In other words, is it a good item room or is it a bad one? Because if it's bad and I'm going to have to concentrate and work on this crap, it's less easy to tell good stories. And good stories are fun. Even if they don't have a point, like I alluded to a couple of episodes ago. Although I think she waits until I'm not talking. And then starts whining because she thinks I'm done. Like, she, as much as I'm trying to like learn her preferences for a pattern when she wants to go out, when she wants to do her business, etc. That is worth just taking. I think that she's also kind of like learning my pattern. Like on streams now, these are new. Oh god. On streams now, she isn't nearly as annoying towards the second half of the stream. She usually kind of just leaves me to it. Because she's gotten into the routine of, like, when I'm done streaming, I go let her out, I spend time with her, I usually throw a toy for her, even if I'm trying to have a bath at the same time. So it's interesting. She's learning when I can pay attention to her and when I can't. Problem is, though, she then assumes the norm. I might be putting way too much, like, thought into how my dog is acting, but I finished recording the last Isaac run, took a little bit of a break, and I don't mean long. Have a drink of juice, stop my voice from drying up because of bloody hay fever, and all I hear from the side of me is and she's trying to get my attention because she's like, "Ah, human, I see you finished your work for the day after one video. It's time to play for the next 3 hours." Unfortunately for her, that is not the case, and hopefully now that I've started talking to myself again, she'll have realised that I need a bit more time. I think we'll just go to the boss. What is she doing anyway? I think she went back out into the hall to sulk. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully not on my bed, because she's also started trying to break onto my bed. And it made no sense to say that she's breaking out onto it. I meant she's breaking out of the confines I keep her in when I can't pay attention. Like, she has access to her in my room because that's where I keep her cage that she sleeps in, and where she gets locked if I'm out of the house without her. And she sleeps in it, sometimes. But she's discovering that she has a lot of vertical height. Like, she can jump high if she wanted to. And she's starting to want to, because I keep on catching her jumping on my bed and trying to eat the clothes I leave sitting there. And now I've walked into my bedroom a couple of times, and she's just standing there wagging her tail from the far side of her cage. Because I use her cage to block off the far side of my bedroom so I can, like, leave clothes and things lying without fear of her eating them. But she's just standing there on the far side of the cage, super happy, being like, "Look at me, human. I got over here." Also, this was a double floor. Shit. Well, my deal with the devil chance is down to 1 in 3. I was not paying attention. I'm going to go find the other item room now, because, again, we're not going to get a better than 36% chance, sadly. I was not paying attention to that at all. She does naughty things on purpose to get attention, I feel. It's another thing if you've got a new dog. You've got to try and get a feel for what their personality is like. There's obviously stereotypes that are true or the norm for certain breeds. It's not always the case though. Chemical peel is worth taking. The buttons in there are not worth pressing. They never are. So I think like Border Collie stereotypes as far as their personality goes. Super anxious. Yep, she's super anxious. Very, like, super friendly. Once she gets to know you, like if it's a stranger, like say someone just randomly stops us, she'll often be very kind of like, "Oh, I'm not sure about that. I'm gonna pull away and tail between the legs and be very scared." If she gets to know somebody though, or she realizes that they're friendly, then she's all over them. Then she is just wanting all the attention in the world. We're not leaving this floor with very much, are we? Oh, then we go anyway. I was saving a story for an Isaac episode that I spoiled on stream because because of what we were talking about, it came along naturally. But it's very common for people to stop me when I'm at walks with Sora now, being like, oh, that's a beautiful dog. They always say beautiful, or the Scottish version of beautiful, which is bra. That's Scottish for beautiful. And I never know what to say when people say that, so I just say thank you, as if I had anything to do with it. Hey, technically, like, you want to be pedantic about it, technically I did. I picked the one out of the litter that I thought was best. That's another story I never ended up telling in an Isaac episode that I always meant to, like, the reason I picked Sora, because I had in mind Border Collie, wanted to go boy dog this time, just to kind of alternate. My last family dog when I was at the family home was a boy, then Maya was a girl, so I thought just alternate, go back to being a boy. But when I was seeing all the boys left in the litter, the farmer had them all out and they were just like playing with each other, like drinking and eating. I looked back in the cage with one of the parents who was there, and there was just this gentle whining, and Sora was there just staring at me. And she looked the most like I imagined a Border Collie would look. And just seeing her staring at me, just whining, I was like, can I see the girl one as well? And the farmer agreed. And she was the only one who stuck around, gave me attention, whereas like all the other ones just wanted to play with each other or run away. I was like, this is the one I want. So I guess in part, I had something to do with it. But anyway, this one time, I was walking along, across the road from me, there's this old guy walking up with 3 dogs who I would say are definitely on the older side. One of them was a Border Collie. They all looked, let's say at least like 9 or 10. They looked on the older side. He'd had them for a long time, but that's incidental. And he's on the opposite side to the road to me. He calls over to me and says, that's a broad dog. That's Scottish for, that's a beautiful dog. So I say my go-to answer, which is, oh, thank you. Then he paused, and then he went, bitch? And honestly, I had to pause for a second to be like, did that old man just call me a bitch? And then I remembered, thankfully, because I paused, like I stopped walking being like, did he actually just insult me? But yeah, I paused for a second and was like, oh, of course, a female dog is a bitch. That's, the insult did not come first, the insult grew from what it actually literally is used for. A female dog is a bitch. Why he chose that verbiage is, I don't know, maybe he just, he's clearly, he has 3 dogs, maybe he's used to having multiple of them, and it's not wrong to refer to a female dog as a bitch, and he correctly guessed its gender. Most people assume it's a boy. Like, most people, if they see me and they stop and talk and like, oh, what age is it, etc., they will almost always assume it's a boy. And I don't know if that's because I'm a man, so they assume that a male would want a male dog, and my general understanding was the opposite. Please give me the key for free. The pill. The pill was good though. Was there a battery? There was not a battery. Oh, speak of the devil herself. Hello, Sora. You coming to try and get attention? I was mid-story. I really want both, but I don't have enough bombs to get both. Once I get boss key, though, I might get enough money to come back. Don't accidentally buy the wrong thing. Because I do want Hive Mind as well, because it's very good. Or could be very good. If we get a battery, I can maybe pick it up using the coupon to just try and get it for free. Yeah, it's not normal, like, outside of talking with a vet. Oh, maybe it was a farmer, though, and that's why he's used to referring to it as a bitch. But that did just take me back. It's like, bitch? It's also a funny thing just to imagine an old guy saying without context. It's just a questioning bitch. Tickles me just the right way. Ace of clubs. Eh. Harder item room. I guess we'll try 46% chance to deal with the devil. Bighorn. What was I saying? Oh yeah, people often assume, at least so far in my experience, since getting a puppy again, they assume that she's male. There's one very absent big clue that would give it away. But yeah, I can understand like looking at Sora and not knowing her gender at a glance. So I think for certain dogs it can be easy to tell just at a glance without seeing the testicles or lack thereof. Of course he hit me. Yeah, it's interesting to me that the assumed gender is male. I guess when you think about it, it's often seen that way, isn't it? That men have like male dogs and then they're like their best friends. In my experience though, female dogs get better or get on better with male owners and vice versa. That's not to say that the opposite is bad. Like if I did get a male dog. We've been hit so many times. I don't have any idea what my HP is at either. Because we had an HP up but it would have been an empty one. He spat that where I was moving, not where I was. Nice. Why are you taking so long to die? You're not even a champion. Oh, of course, because the first floor was an XL floor. And we've had no good items. Apart from the one I bought from the shop. Please die. There we go. Jammas we need just to live. Of course, we didn't get a roll. That gives you like 3 spirit hearts or 2, right? So I'm going to go to the curse room to try and get a teleport to the devil deal. I'd say I'm trying to think of like what are the most common things, because I'm used to people not really speaking to me when I'm out and about unless it's people I know. But so many strangers want to talk because they want to see the cute puppy. And I get it. But I'm surprised how many are very kind of like forward about it, just assuming that it's okay. Not that I have a problem with it. Just I'm not used to so much social interaction when going out walks. There's like an unwritten rule if you're walking your dog, especially if it's early in the morning. It's like, you pass another dog walker, you smile and nod, or you say good morning. But I'm getting stopped by, well, sometimes by like single men. They just want to stop and talk and say that's a nice dog, that's fine. But if it's a lady, regardless of age, young lady, old lady, etc., they want to stop and have a conversation and they want lots of attention from the beautiful dog, especially if they have children, because I guess it must be a maternal thing. Maybe that may be sexist to say, but again, this is just the experience I've had so far. It's been a long time, it's been many, many years since I've had a puppy, so this is all new to me again, all over again. Yeah, they always say that she's beautiful, and they're right, she is. Jesus, her damage is garbage. Then sometimes they ask her age. Yeah, I would say age is next most common. Sometimes you'd be surprised. Oh, also, our health is totally fine. It's our damage that isn't. You'd be surprised how few ask her name. Like, very few ask her name. Because I always feel like if I say her name's Sora, they're going to be like, what? What does that mean? But it doesn't really come up. I've had to say it maybe like 2 or 3 times to people. And to be fair, they were like, oh, that's a nice name. But just in... Oh, we're getting so many bad rooms for having no damage. Jesus. But just in general, yeah, very frequently, or very infrequently, will anyone bother to ask her name. Age, gender... Yep. But age... but name... Very infrequently. Oh, we had a lot of spirit hearts once, and then we had no damage. Oh, I think I just heard a dog flop down there, unless that was something coming through my door. A little bit of a pet peeve of something else that gets asked very commonly, and this might be me reading too much into it, and I have it's a very bad habit of mine to read into things too much, but that's usually because I want to find the meaning behind things, even if they're meaningless. Something that gets very commonly said after, like, beautiful dog, how old is it? Sometimes they ask what breed it is, and in that case, I'm always like, what, are you kidding? Ooh, yeah, sure, why not? Never mind, it's not the one I thought it was. I was thinking of missing, though. Actually, what we could do is just very quickly blow you up. I'll get back to what I was saying in a second. Ooh, there we go. That helps a ton. Alright, now I can focus on talking again. Maybe not. Yeah, another very, very common thing for them to say, and it usually comes right after I say the breed, or they obviously know what a Border Collie is, and there's no excuse for a Scottish person not to know what a Border Collie is, honestly. It's like not knowing a Scottish Terrier. But still, they'll say, oh, that's going to need a lot of exercise, isn't it? Usually framed like a rhetorical question. And I can't help but assume that, again, this may be looking for malicious intent where there is none. But I feel like the subtext of when people say that to me when I'm walking Sora is them actually saying, oh, you don't look like you're going to take care of that dog by walking it enough because you're fat. That's how it comes across sometimes to me. Now, they might just be making general conversation. But honestly, to me, like, age, name, etc. That's general conversation, but you'd be... I would be and have been surprised by how many people opt to say, oh, that's going to need a lot of exercise. Because I feel like they're saying that they think I'm not going to take care of my dog. And I don't necessarily begrudge that, because if you look at an overweight person, the natural assumption is that they're lazy. Oh, that was one of those new lookup icons. I get it. It makes sense. In most people's cases, that will be the case. In my case, I don't consider myself lazy at all. I have a job where I sit on my arse all day talking to the internet. I like unhealthy food. That's why I'm overweight. I'm not stupid. But I'm not lazy. My dog now and my dogs forever have been well taken care of. And you wouldn't think to look at me, probably, that I get my recommended number of steps per day. In the UK that's 10,000, which equates to like 2 hours of walking. I get that. I get that a day, easily. And it probably is coming across a little defensive. I can't help it. What the... I got that for using the... Okay. I don't like to make assumptions. I try not to. It's human nature to do it. I'll do it, even if I don't want to. You'll do it. These people who are asking might be doing it. I don't know, but maybe I'm reading into it too much about the tone they use when they say it. Like, it's not just a general... It doesn't come across as a general just, oh yeah, they need a lot of exercise. No, it's the kind of rhetorical question almost as a statement, almost as like a challenge. There are people healthier than me that I know that don't give their dogs enough exercise. Having an unfit body doesn't necessarily mean you're lazy, and having a fit body doesn't necessarily mean you're not. And maybe you just don't eat a lot. You can still be lazy. But I do understand that it's not a far reach to assume an overweight person is lazy. That always used to bug me when I worked a job as well. I hated the kind of like subtle jabs you would get implying you weren't doing as much as you could at your job, because people assume, again, that you're not doing everything because they think you're lazy. And I pride myself on having a good work ethic, because I was raised right. Hell, even when I worked the job I hated in retail, I still tried to do it well because that's the right thing to do. I wish I hadn't done that. Well, I didn't mean for the topic of conversation to go from talking about Sora to stereotypes about overweight people. Although it has reminded me, I think Court retweeted this. Someone retweeted it. It was a long diatribe of insults being flung at Cancer Research UK's Twitter by an overweight person who felt that they were being fat shamed. Because cancer, I've actually seen the poster that they were talking about as well. They're doing a bunch of new poster kind of advertisements raising awareness about different types of cancer. And like there's one for smoking and, you know, as you would expect. And there's also one for being overweight. After smoking, being overweight is the next most common cause of certain types of cancer. And this person was having none of it. They just went off on this horrible just attack on this Twitter about how dare they shame fat people by implying that they're more likely to get cancer. The truth of the matter is, you are. Doesn't mean you will, it just means you are. And the reason I bring it up is, it's not so much a bad assumption, because you know what Twitter's like, honestly, in general. But I've read a little bit of this attack on whoever it is that runs, this poor person that runs the Cancer UK Twitter. And they were very polite, incidentally, but the replies to the lady who felt like Cancer UK was specifically fat shaming her, they were not kind to her. And I kind of looked at it, and I admit that I read one reply that made me laugh out loud, because it was very, very funny. And as far as I'm aware, the rules of Twitter are if you are the thing, you're allowed to laugh at the thing being made fun of, so I hope that it doesn't come across as too cruel, but this person was clearly delusional. Cancer Research UK was just stating a fact, and they're using it in their branding to maybe raise awareness. If you're okay, if you are overweight and you're fine with it, that's fine. You're still more likely to get cancer, or certain types of cancer. Just like if you're fine with smoking, that's fine. But you're still more likely to get lung cancer than a person who doesn't. Doesn't mean you will, but your chances are higher. Just like if you, say, travel 2 hours a day to get to work, you're slightly more likely to die in a car accident than someone who works from home. It's just, your chance is higher, it's not a guarantee, and it's not an attack. And it comes across as so stupid and so entitled that this person was deserving of the criticism and insults they received. And the one that made me laugh, and this is totally not the point, I was supposed to be talking about just my fun, cute stories about my dog, but someone replied to her and said, "I'm surprised you had the time to tweet this much between meals." And I laughed because it was funny. And I say that as an overweight person, it was funny. And they deserve to be said, or deserve to have that said. You're allowed to laugh. You're allowed to laugh at offensive things. Especially when the person is acting like an ass. But if you see somebody tweeting at a Cancer Research Twitter account, thinking they're getting attacked, yes, you make assumptions, but the assumptions you make are almost certainly right. Although again, I guess to go back to the previous topic of conversation, you look at an overweight person and assume they're lazy, how many times are you going to be wrong? Honestly, I would hope, it is my hope, that you'd be wrong. We're all still probably going to die incidentally. I would hope that you're going to be wrong most of the time, because there's plenty of lazy, thin people. Not everybody who is fat are fat just because they literally do nothing all day. Like no job, no activity, no animal to take care of, etc, etc, etc. Honestly, I hope it's the minority of people who fall into that camp. I don't know, maybe I've talked myself into being okay with it. Like, it's okay if people assume that about me. I know it's not true. But if any of you had any similar fears, Sora's getting well cared for. She gets 2 walks a day. I'm actually walking her slightly more than the vet said I should. I was advised that prior to 6 months old, she shouldn't get more than, like, in one burst of exercise, 5 minutes for every month she's been alive. So right now she's getting like just over half an hour per walk. That plus like general housework and whatnot usually takes me to my 10,000 steps. That's how I kind of work it around, because I used to do that for Maya prior to her not wanting to go as long a walk, or not being able to. Oh, we're breathing still, barely. And once she's 6 months old, I can start taking her to the park and run her ragged. Granted, I might get less walking around then if I'm just throwing a ball for her, but that in itself is exercise too. How am I supposed to do... Oh, I see. So it's not as complicated as I was making it seem. It's another thing, I like walking, but I like walking with purpose. That's why having a dog is so great, because it gives you a purpose for being outside. Because, you know, instead of like going for a pointless stroll, it could be working. But a dog gives you the perfect excuse to being like, no, I'm going to take a break from working right now because I want to go take my dog for a walk. And that's great. Hopefully most people wouldn't need an excuse. I like having a purpose for going places. The exception to that, I guess, would be like going bike rides. Bike rides I could do just pointlessly whenever. Although granted, I haven't done that for a little while, but that's due to the person I went cycles with not being able to join me. And as much as I like cycling, I don't like doing it alone. Now I'm just talking about any random... How did I get onto this when I was just talking about the dog? I mean, I guess it does kind of have a flow, but not the kind of flow I'm... Double plenty? That's strange. Double the chance to get another HP up, I suppose. Let's go back to talking about Isaac, because that's the important thing to talk about here. Ow. Oh. I was going to say one of those coins is not like the others. Does that restore your HP? It does. We're hanging in there. The only damage up we've had is from SMB Superfan, but we're hanging in there. Oh no, sorry, and every other shot from Chemical Peel. Forgot about that. See, now I'm at a loss for where to go for conversation because things got too real. Things go way too real. I don't know if it'd be feasible to get back into riding a bike with Sora around. I couldn't with Maya because one, she's not fast enough anymore, and two, she's not that keen on being around bikes. Judging by how Sora's reacting so far, is she wants to chase bikes, which would not be a good thing. Bikes, motorbikes, she wants to chase. Buses, trucks, she's terrified of. Cars, I don't know, it kind of can go either way. I do see some people riding bikes while they walk their dogs, but it's meant to be a more relaxing experience. Also, how am I supposed to catch Pokemon if I'm riding a bike? That's another good excuse to get out of the house. That's why Pokemon Go is useful. Garbage. Don't remember. Oh, little Hushies. What does this do? If I hold my fire button, he stops. So he only moves when I'm not prepping a shot or firing. That's not very good, I think. Oh wait, unless I get him stuck on a boss and then never let him move. Then it could be good. It might be the first time we've picked up a little Hushy since unlocking it, I don't know. If so, then great, because he's in the... I don't have a key. He's in the collection now. I guess we're just doing the boss. I'm amazed we made it this deep, honestly, with an assortment of shit. If this run ends, though, that is going to be it for the video since we're over 20 minutes. But hey, I had a topic of conversation for the first time in a while, not the one I meant to start with. Oh, we lucked out in terms of boss. Not going to be able to get little Hushy on top of Loki, though. He teleports way too much. Although it's very indicative of how bad our damage is with how long Loki is taking to die. Keep in mind, although we had like 3.5... Well, yeah, we had base Isaac damage on this floor in the last run, we had Brimstone. So that's why it was so much better. It's equivalent of having So many more. Oh, of course I got hit by this spike. We're not allowed to deal with the devils. It might as well be a Maggie run. They put that spike in there to make it challenging because Loki isn't. Rins, we'll reroll that. I would love to reroll that, so we're going to go back to the battery. I need another all-stats up. I need the Halo or something because it's the only way we're going to get damage up. We're going to get deals with the devil, or deals with the angel for that matter. Is there any left in here? Oh, wait a minute. Did I not open that because I didn't have a key at the time, or has that changed? I mean, either way, I still don't have a key, but... Come on, Halo. Or coat hanger. They'll do. It is tier rate, so that is DPS up. It helps. Curse the darkness. Let's just try the curse room because nuts to it. Of course not. Can't see a damn thing. Yes, this is a fair number of enemies in a room this size. Little Rush, get him! Mask of Infamy saved me twice there. Black art? Nope. Oh. Spectral tears for a key. Obviously that's worth it. I'm just debating trying for something better. I'm not sure what item pool that would draw from. Just like, because it's a deal with the devil item. I don't think it would draw from devil deals. That's too good to be true. Spectral deals doesn't do that much for us, so I am going to reroll it and keep re-rolling it to try for something, because we're not going to get a deal with the devil. Oh, we also do need keys. 2 of them, because I would like to open the stone chest as well, especially because we have boss key. All I need is like 1 consumable to get me started, and then boss key will do the rest. Because we'll get a crap ton from the stone chest, if we can open it. And for that we need a key. 47. No, it's a penny. Things are taking so long to die. There's a key. Could use it on the shop, but I feel like going for that stone chest is the best chance at getting a bunch more consumables. Alright, well, we're re-rolling both. Kamikaze and Mysterious Liquid. I feel like I gave you 5 bombs. It does not. I guess we'll just take Mysterious Liquid for the splash damage. I can't believe we didn't get... Oh, we didn't get any items out of that stone chest because it generated item itself. That's why. We still want to reroll Kamikaze, obviously. I don't think Mysterious Liquid does much, but it's doing a little. It also helps me see on this floor, honestly. Now that room's going to be a pain in the ass. It's just not getting given keys. Whenever you're ready to die. Pyromaniac is actually perfect. Now, we don't take, or rather we don't reroll Kamikaze. We use it. And live forever. Who didn't need your devil deals? I'm literally immortal. Can I fire and blow up at the same time? Yes, I can. Good. Alright, well this has just turned interesting. Come at me, you little shits. Would like to visit the shop, now they have this much money. Because we're going to get a lot more in a second. Never mind, but we did get more red HP and speed. Or if it's just went from a 0 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. It actually gives me something else to talk about. I've never had the Pyromaniac Kamikaze synergy before. At least not with red hearts, let's put it that way. What are you again? In Anzus? Sure, let's just use that. Missed the secret room back the way. Oh no, not great. Oh yeah, I'd already been in there. What should give me a deal with the devil now? It's not going to though, because I'm going to have a 1% chance on the boss, because it's definitely going to hit me, because I'm going to attack it at point blank range. I wonder if Mr. Mega improves the distance and damage of Kamikaze. It is the last shop over there. I'm going to go... Goodbye D6, you were very useful. You made this happen. Mr. Me6, blue map. I guess we'll take that and say nuts to the rest of it. We don't need it. I don't know, I don't think Kamikaze has any direct synergy. Pardon me. I'm going to stuck in my throat, I was going to bother the dog. Direct synergies outside of Kamikaze. Yep, I did. Hello, Sora, I see you, it's fine. If I cough or sneeze, she comes running. I don't know if that's out of loyalty or curiosity, but that's what she does. Oh, also, you just yawned, didn't you? Because I can smell your breath and it stinks. Oh, it's so bad. Oh! I mean, I already had the door stop, but thank you. I'm not sure what triggered that. It's a lot of pills. I don't want to take any of them. We don't need them. Stand on me, Mom. Yeah, laugh, see what happens. Your child is invincible. Also, your foot heals me. Yeah, I'm hearing you bark at me. Hurt me more. There we go. My finger, or rather my thumb, slamming the spacebar over and over is going to get very tired, but that's alright. That counts as a workout, right? We just like cut a corner here. I should take that key because we have none. I was going to not bother going back for it, but we need them, so I will. Don't get me wrong, to briefly go back to something tangential to earlier. Sometimes the manner in which I play a game could be construed as lazy, but that is not the same thing as being lazy IRL. I mean, that would be perfect. I should have came back for it when the round was... What are these? What the hell? These are new. Yeah, I should have went back for that Eternal Heart after the floor was done. Yeah. I'll just to try and make sure the Eternal Heart lasts, because I want that extra HP just as a failsafe. Don't give me a single Devil Deal. I don't want them. Don't need them. Let's just settle down on the other side of my desk. What I wouldn't like is some kind of light so I can see where the hell I'm going. Oh no! You're hitting me. Whatever will I do? Oh, I explode. That's right. And every time I explode, I heal. Explosions? Oh, I'm actually gonna have to like use my tears here. Like some kind of scrub. Some kind of common... Oh wait, I can just blow my way out of rooms. Wasn't thinking. I could just, like, be skipping all of this. If I wanted to. See you later, suckers! See you later, suckers! See you later, suckers! Oh, this was not the boss, eh? Alright, well. See you later again, suckers! Hello, Supergrid. How nice to see you. Thank you for the 25 cents. I have to kill this room to get into the boss. That's fair. Mask of Infamy was just kicking in over and over there. I have to keep firing because that is helping kill quicker. Kamikaze doesn't do that much damage, that's why it's a trash tier item usually. Well, the second half of this run certainly got a lot faster. Rydog in Discord is asking if I have any interest in Red Dead Redemption 2. I never played the first one. Cowboys don't interest me at all. The answer is no. That Spirit Heart is not gonna last. I need that key. Well, yeah, we've got 2 luck. I need that key. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh, I see it. Do you see it? It's somewhere where I can't get it. It ain't worth it. Puny Mega Phase. You think you can hurt me? If only I had a AoE damage orbital. Clutch Magic Mush. Mini Mush. Fairly irrelevant. It's me, your little explodey friend. Oh no, you filled the room with bombs. Whatever will I... Oh wait. Oh no, I filled the room with bombs. What will I... Oh wait. Isaac, where are you? No, not here. Let's hope he's down here then. Isaac Newton. Not gonna bother looking in the double key room because the best it could be is a reroll, and I sure as hell am not rerolling this. It's just too good. Maybe those terrorists were onto something. There, if I offend enough people with that, they'll forget about the fat shaming I accidentally did earlier. I am going to try and remember and go back for that Eternal Heart, just so we're rocking all red health. Hey Isaac, let me hug you. I just want you to love me. Hug me! I'm you! Just a little less angelic. A lot more explodey. Ah, you've got death beams, that's pretty. I've got explosions. I was too small for them to hit me. Who knew there were so many places you could stand if you have a smaller hitbox and they wouldn't touch you? Yoink. Alright. I'm hoping for... Well, actually, no. Kamikaze probably does work with all bomb synergies. Like if we got poison bombs. Obviously, we've got homing bombs that would do anything. But poison bombs, spider creep bombs, you know, all those type of things. It should synergize with them. Bumbo, the finger, blank card, rage. Ho ho ho. We don't need blank card. I'm gonna point a finger at you all. You should die. Die! Yes, make me stronger. Make me stronger! My rage grows as I explode. Raging Bracky in a nutshell. What was looking like a train wreck loss has become a ridiculously easy win. Where I spam spacebar and then win. It'll be a little while before we see a synergy this potent. Because this is rare. Pyromaniac in general is rare, but to also find Kamikaze. Don't need that. Definitely don't need Cursed Eye. No one does. Should have let Bumble have that rather. The only downside is we didn't see any new booster pack stuff again. We unlocked a few achievements for items I already have. They're newly added achievements, more so than newly added items. So we still did something. It wasn't the thing we were after. Oh yes, bombs. I'm sure they'll be very useful. I am the bomb. Double adversary. Don't I owe you for ruining a run with your bullshit lasers like 3 videos ago? Consider this payback. Not where Blue Baby is though. So much for having +2 luck generating more items. What itty bitty death beams you have. Rage is maxed out now. It's got us to 14.2 damage, which is pretty good. I know Bumble wants coin and I didn't give him that coin. I forgot. That's okay though. Dogs threw around a toy there, I think. Just turned and looked at me like, what? You're doing things, so I'm doing things. Steam sale, that's great. Won't be too long now until the Steam Summer Sale. I'll have to try and remember and suggest many indie games, although obviously just you could look at the Let's Look At series. But there'll be so many good choices if you need a few games to play that will last you ages over the summer that aren't AAA. Don't think that does anything for me. Oh, it makes me fire continuously so I don't have to hold the button down? Why am I doing that instead of that? Who needs Holy Mano? I was saving this devil card for you, Blue Baby. Let's do this. Come at me! Destroy! Destroy! No delirium again. Was tempted, but not there. That was a very fun run in the end. It started hellish, but fun run in the end. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I will be back with more Isaac real soon. Hopefully finding something that's new in the booster pack. Until then, ta-ta for now.